Hi everybody, I'm Riley McBride, as you all know, and I'm here to present my lesson plan of the metamorphosis of a butterfly. Before I get started with anything, I just want to explain a little bit of my own opinion on the use of technology in the education field. I believe 100% that it is an advantage for students to be able to incorporate technology in the classroom. Most students these days, at least in my world of students I know, are using iPads and iPhones and computers and everything at home and even at friends' houses and even maybe in the classroom right now. Students are learning to use these and they are becoming second nature. I have a 4-year-old cousin that could probably operate and navigate an iPhone better than I could. So when these students come to the classroom, if they already know how to use iPads and that's what they love to do outside of the classroom, then if we are able to incorporate this into some lesson plan for them in the classroom, I believe that they will be learning to the best of their ability. If they are able to learn in the classroom using technology that they already know how to use and that they like to use, they will truly be learning in a fun way, and they will be able to be interacting with the lesson and they can be engaged because they are interested in the actual content because of the fact that it is using things that they already know how to use. If students are sitting at home all day on iPads, when they come to the classroom, if they are given an iPad to use, they will probably have an open mind for the lesson and they will be able to navigate the iPad and learn better than they could if they were forced to write on paper with a pencil. With that said, I'm going to show you guys the objectives of my lesson. And before I say anything else, I want to let you guys know I'm going to be using the mouse a lot and clicking on different tabs, so just bear with me. But I'm going to start off with showing you guys my Glog. Glogster.com is quote-unquote a PowerPointless way to display a lesson. So I created a Glog on the metamorphosis of a butterfly. I'm going to display this on the smartboard, and this will be where the initial learning of the information happens. I have explained a little bit about the background of this, how it is a process that happens to most insects, but we are focusing solely on the butterfly. I have given an explanation of each step, and with each step I have corresponded a picture. For example, step 1 is the egg, where most insects begin life as an egg. I provided a very close-up picture of an egg. Step 2, larva, caterpillar stage. Here's a picture of a caterpillar, etc., etc. I also created and included, I did not create it. I included a video from YouTube that was posted by some learning company, and it is a virtual, it shows the virtual process of metamorphosis. So I'm using this video as a visual aid for my students so they can kind of put pieces together in their head and fully understand the information that I have just given them. So after they view the Glog, I'm hoping that this will kind of put the idea in their head, and then they are able to watch the video and pieces can kind of be put together and they can get a visual of what is actually going on. So after this, I'm going to go to Quizlet.com, where I have created flashcards. I created 8 flashcards, and each one has either a brief phrase or just a single word on the back of it that corresponds to the phrase or the word on the front. So, stage 1, for example, I would have the students all kind of work together, raise hands, incorporate together to figure out what they think would be the word on the back of the card. So after we come up with an answer, I will have a student come to the board and click See Other Side, and then the other side will be shown, and if the students got it right, then they got it right, and if not, hopefully they can make a mental note of what the actual right answer is. So after we go through all the 8 cards, I am going to start with Scatter. This is a game that is on Quizlet.com that I believe is wonderful for enhancing the learning that I'm already trying to do. I will split the students up into groups, and each group will come up to the board at different times, and when they participate in the game, they will be timed. And when they finish the game, whichever group was able to accomplish it in the quickest amount of time, they will win some type of prize or candy or something that I have in store for them. So each group will come up, and this is kind of how the game works. It is timed, as you can see right here, and the idea is to correspond each word with the word or phrase that goes with it. So for example, stage 1 is egg. Drag them together, they disappear. Stage 2, larva. Drag them together, they disappear. Stage 3 is pupa, and stage 4 is adult. So on and so forth. At the end, every student will be given their time and they will write it down, and after every group has had a chance to come up to the board, then we will decide who the winner was. So I'm hoping that the use of this Quizlet.com can really enhance the learning that they have already had in their head from Glogster.com. I'm hoping that Glogster could kind of give them the initial idea of what they're learning, and Quizlet.com will enhance it. So after this game, I am going to display this metamorphosis quiz that I created on a Word document. I'm going to put it on the board, and the students will stay with their groups, and each group will be given a dry erase board, and I will go through each question one by one. For example, number 1, I will say, during which stage does the fully grown butterfly come out of the cocoon? And the students will write down on their board what they believe to be the right answer, whether it's A, B, C, or D. After the given amount of time is up, they will all flip their boards up so I am able to see them, and each group with the correct answer written on the board will receive a point. And after we go through all 10 questions, the group with the most amount of points will also they will also receive some type of prize or candy. The link to this is, I've given it in Blackboard just in case you weren't able to see all the questions, which I'm sure you weren't. So basically, my lesson plan really involves a smartboard, and I'm hoping that with Glogster, I can begin the learning with the students, and the quiz and Quizlet.com will help enhance what they already know and will help them use it and put it to work. So I hope you guys enjoyed my lesson, and I hope it wasn't confusing. I'm sorry for any stuttering. I have attached links to each of the different pieces of my presentation along with the written lesson plan in Blackboard in my post. It's been a really great time working with all of you guys this semester, and I have learned so much from all of you along with just the class in general.